Many of the historical names and dates we use every day are not the originals. They're the result of a revision drafted 500 years ago. In the 1500s, European institutions rebranded their entire history, replacing the ancient Hebrew reality with a state-approved narrative. This left a vacuum in our understanding of the past, filled now only by institutional labels. To find what was there before, we have to look past those labels and audit the original historical receipts. This 1544 edition of the Historian Josephus provides a physical record of how this revision was executed. You identified a specific printing error within this text, an alteration of dates that 16th century printers used to disconnect the reader from the original timeline. By altering these dates, the printers made it impossible to track the original records. This allowed them to align the history of the world with the new church-state power, rather than the Hebrew facts. This suggests the history books were being used as tools to cut the average person off from the ancient record. We can begin our audit with the identity of the man born in ancient Judea. In the original Hebrew records, his name is Yeshua, short for Yehoshua. It was a descriptive name that translated to salvation. In the 1500s, European printers introduced a new technological variable, the letter J. Before this, the name was written with an I. This shift turned Yeshua into the European construct Jesus. This change replaced the name's literal meaning, salvation, with a European legal label. This labeling process extended into the typography of the law. Ancient records were written in normal text, but 16th century institutional records began stamping names in all caps. Within the legal framework of these institutions, a name in all caps represents a dead entity or a corporation. Skeptical. By capitalizing the name, the institution moved authority away from a living person and into a state-controlled office. All caps typography served as a legal mechanism, converting the figures of history into controllable corporate assets. The audit also reveals a shift in the timeline itself. Original scriptural events were tracked using a 364-day solar calendar. This ancient solar count was dismantled and replaced by the Gregorian calendar system, the heavily modified version that the entire world uses today. This printed almanac shows the physical evidence of that shift. It explains how, by an act of Parliament, the day following September 2nd was legally forced to be September 14th. Shifting the dates in this way meant the actual historical anniversaries were lost. Modern dates like Good Friday or Palm Sunday are fixed church dates, disconnected from when the events actually occurred. By changing the calendar, the institution severed the connection to historical time. The Josephus alteration, the Gregorian shift, the use of all caps, and the invention of the letter